Meeting to order. All are present except for Jerry, who's, I won't say where he is.
Playing hooky.
Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a short agenda for this special meeting. Can I have an approval? Request for approval of the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Any additions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 6-0. Consent agenda.
Motion to accept the consent agenda.
Second.
Any additions? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0. And our action item for today is the window bid for the Eagle View and Ravenstream window. Are you talking, Tim, or is Craig?
Yeah, we're going to have Craig and Eric come up and talk about the process where we're at with the bid for approval here. I think we got some good news to report.
Yeah, last Thursday at 2 o'clock we opened bids. We received 4 bids and we opened them up at 2 o'clock. And we had some pretty good news when we were all done, it looks like. And we're here tonight to ask the board's approval based on the recommendation that Wold Architects have given us. And Mr. Eric Lanier is with us tonight as well. So I'll let him take it from here.
Thanks, Craig. Good evening. We did a variety of options on the bids to see what would be the best value for the school district. We had our base bid was the repair, and essentially that was just the windows in the classrooms or educational spaces. There were windows in corridors and stairwells, gymnasiums, cafeteria that we did not include in that base bid. And then we had alternate number 1, which was the remaining windows in those corridors and stairwells and gymnasium, main office, etc. And then we looked at, because the repair was substantial amount of labor and we expected it to be a fairly high cost, we wanted to see what it would be to just replace with a new system. And we looked at 2 different systems for that. Alternate number 2 was a system that's very similar to what's in the building now. And alternate 3 is a newer technology, thermal break that would not have the problems that you're experiencing now in those 2 buildings. So we were happy to see that the alternate 3, which is the newest technology and what we would recommend, was a very good price at $499,000. And so we're recommending to the board to accept Ford Metro's bid for replacing the windows in the classrooms for the price of $499,000. And I can surely answer any questions that you have. I even brought samples if you want to see.
And that's not all of the windows, correct?
That's correct. It's just the educational spaces, the regular classrooms, the music rooms, art rooms.
So the other ones, Craig, we're just going to wait to see if they have issues?
Yeah, the other windows, we talked about this a lot, and I've been in and out of those buildings talking to our lead people in the buildings along with the supervisors, as well as principals and other staff members, and we haven't experienced any issues with those windows outside of the classrooms. So at this point, I don't believe that it's I think it's a good idea to just wait and see what happens with them. If we have to go back and revisit them, we can go back later and repair those. Windows are 8 years old now, and we haven't seen anything. There's no signs of anything. We haven't noticed anything going wrong with them at this point. So I would say that we feel pretty comfortable with just doing the classroom educational portion of those buildings.
Is it possible that these windows are too big?
Too big?
Yes.
Eric would be able to answer that better than me.
I think and I've done a bit more research than I expected on this project. There's a couple different things going on with the problem out there, but it's essentially because of the dark color of the frames, and the manufacturer probably didn't route off the black color before they poured the polyurethane thermal bridge in, that the thermal bridge really broke free from the aluminum and shrunk. And so manufacturers, from what I understand, have learned that they have to go in and route off the dark anodized before they pour the polyurethane in because of that problem. So now they have some different ways of doing that. So it's not necessarily the window size, it's how it was manufactured.
I assume you're going to try and do them all the same, but you know, the north side, the sun never enters on the north side hardly at all. Is it possible that you could do the north side ones differently than the south side ones?
Well, I think we looked at the cost of repair versus replacement, you can see, is not that different. And so the problem with the repair is no one will give us a warranty on the repair. And so even when you look at the repair procedures, it has right in there that you need to go back in a year after the repaired and see if the repair held. So even the manufacturer that has written this repair sequence is a little unsure whether it's going to work all the time. So that's why, as long as you can afford the replacement, I think that's the best route for the district long term. The systems that we specify have a 10-year warranty as well, so if there's a failure of the manufacturer's product, we can get new product within that 10-year warranty.
Well, I agree with that recommendation for replacement instead of repair.
I would just add to that, we did do that forensic study back 2.5, 3 years ago now. And Encompass did that for us. We did pull lights out of those north sides of the buildings in the classrooms, and we have experienced leakage. We've water intrusion and wind intrusion on that north side of the buildings, just like the south side. South side a little more, but we don't get as many storms coming straight from the north as we do the south, southeast. So we did see the same issues in those windows as we did on the north side as the south side.
Any other questions?
You mentioned. Why is there no bid on the base for this company?
I think this company was not comfortable with repairing those windows.
Okay, so that's just the base column is just for repair.
Correct.
Okay.
The 10-year warranty all inclusive of everything?
It is not. It's on the product itself. That's really where you've experienced the problem, is on the product, not on the installation.
And if you remember, Metro Glass, it wasn't, they didn't make any mistake installing it. It was from Tubelite, the manufacturer that they got it from, but they did not want to go after Tubelite. So.
Correct.
And we have done business with Ford Metro in the past. They did our high school in 1997, and then last summer they did our window replacement at Falcon Ridge as well. So we have a good relationship with them, so we feel really comfortable with that.
Craig, do you want, well, Sandy could talk about this on total cost. I don't have the figures in front of me, but for, what the settlement was versus costs, obviously we're coming out a lot better than we ever imagined. So I want Sandy just to go over that real quick.
Yes, right now, excuse me, we probably, by the time this is done, we're going to have probably $183,000 or so in attorney's fees with this project. And architectural fees for the the repair project are going to be $40,000. So if you take that and add to the $500,000 of the replacement, we're up to $733,000, and the settlement was around $600,000. So the new windows will cost approximately $133,000.
Which again, I'll go back if, when Superintendent Kozlovich and yourself as a school board decided to go ahead with this, we would have been out a lot more money than that. So we're coming out, it still sounds like a lot, but it's all relative. We're coming out a lot better.
But at least we get good windows out of the
Yeah,
situation.
and again, they're replacement. I think that's the key. These are replacement windows, not we're not doing a repair job, which doesn't, limited warranty or no warranty.
Anything else? I have a motion to approve the bid.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we can adjourn this meeting and go on to our work session.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0. Gonna move for the